Hark! Attend, noble audience, to the 12 finest victuals that shall enhance the flow of sanguine currents in thy legs and feet. Greetings, cherished spectators. Verily, the manner in which our corporeal forms are intertwined is naught but wondrous. Each morsel we consume, each draught we partake, each breath we draw doth not merely touch a single facet of our being, but doth sway our whole constitution. Verily, this holds especially true in matters of our circulation. Though our legs and feet may appear as distant kin, they bear equal weight in the tapestry of our well-being, as vital as the heart or the mind's own throne. 'Tis of utmost import to ensure the crimson tide doth flow unimpeded in that realm below. Yet how might we secure such a certainty? Thou may be taken aback to learn, yet the market of provisions doth stand as thy foremost haven. The sustenance we partake doth wield a profound influence upon our circulation, and on this day we embark upon a journey into the culinary realm to unveil the 12 finest victuals that dost elevate the flow of blood within our legs and feet. Thus, whether thou art an athlete seeking to elevate thy prowess, or a soul desiring merely to warm thy toes amidst winter's chill, tarry with us, for we shall soon unveil some delectable and healthful recommendations forthwith. 1. Hark! Let us now discourse upon our foremost sustenance, a veritable marvel for the enhancement of blood's swift passage. Fleshy fish, such as the noble salmon, the humble sardine, the swift mackerel, and the regal tuna, dost abound in omega-3 fatty acids, renowned for their myriad of healthful boons, including the enhancement of blood's gentle flow. But how doth this mechanism unfold, I prithee? Lo! The noble omega-3 fatty acids dost aid in the enhancement of blood's fair passage by quelling the fires of inflammation within the vessels and rendering the blood more fluid in its course. This doth result in diminished clotting and obstruction, which in turn doth aid the blood in circulating more freely to all regions of the body, including the legs and feet. Moreover, the noble omega-3 fatty acids doth aid in the lowering of blood pressure and the reduction of triglyceride levels, thus furthering the cause of healthy blood circulation. Yet, the virtues of the fatty fish doth not cease thereupon. Frequent partaking of the rich bounty of the sea, that is the fatty fish, doth lend its grace to the heart's well-being, enhance the faculties of the mind, and fortify the defenses of the body against ailment. They thus provide a bounteous source of vitamin D, essential for the fortitude of bones, and protein, which aideth in the crafting and mending of muscle. Concerning the quantity of fatty fish one ought to partake for the finest circulation of blood, the esteemed American Heart Association doth counsel the consumption of no less than 2 servings of such fish each week. A portion most fair doth measure near 3 1/2 ounces, cooked to perfection, or perchance 3/4 of a cup filled with flaked fish, delicate and fine. Take heed, for the manner in which thou dost prepare thy fish doth hold great import. To safeguard the noble omega-3s, 'tis wise to bake or grill thy fish, rather than subjecting it to the fiery depths of frying. Lo! And thus it is revealed unto thee, good people, lo! The foremost treasure upon our scroll, the fatty fish, doth truly embody a superfood, heralding the boon of enhanced blood flow within thy legs and feet. Secondly, garlic. Let us now turn our gaze to the next marvel upon our list, a potent ingredient that doth not only bestow a robust flavor upon our fare, but also wields a formidable boon for our health. Garlic, that noble bulb, hath long been heralded for its virtues of health, with annals of yore revealing that ancient folk did employ its wondrous medicinal gifts. It is replete with substances that may enhance the course of sanguine currents. The principal essence of garlic, known as allicin, doth emerge when thou dost chop or crush the cloves of this noble bulb. Allicin doth aid in the expansion of vessels that carry the vital red, rendering it less prone to clumping, thus thwarting the formation of clots and fostering the flow of life's essence to the limbs and feet. It doth also prove most efficacious in the reduction of blood pressure, the levels of cholesterol, and the peril of heart disease, thus lending further support to the noble circulatory system. Besides fostering the flow of sanguine tides, garlic doth serve as a mighty reservoir of antioxidants, aiding in the noble struggle against the ravages of oxidative stress within the mortal frame. Frequent partaking may fortify thine immune defenses, preserve the luster of thy skin, enhance the strength of thy bones, and even assist in the art of digestion. In matters of the noble garlic, oft advised is the consumption of 1 to 2 cloves of its fresh essence each day, to ensure the flow of blood doth remain most optimal. Thou mayest incorporate it into thy repasts in manifold fashions, be it in sauces, dressings for salads, marinades, or perchance as a garnish upon thy cherished dishes. Pray, bear in mind that the fiery embrace of heat may render a lyson powerless. Thus, I beseech thee, introduce thy garlic in the twilight of thy culinary endeavor, to preserve its noble virtues unscathed. Lo, behold the humble garlic, a modest morsel yet endowed with great virtues for thy health, ensuring that thy blood doth course to all the rightful realms. 3. Behold, let us now unveil our next morsel, the modest yet formidable walnut. Walnuts, those noble nuts, are famed for their bounteous supply of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a most esteemed variety of omega-3 fatty acid. As the omega-3s, those noble gifts of the sea, do grace us with their presence, so too doth Allah lend its hand in the noble pursuit of enhancing the flow of life's essence, by quelling the fires of inflammation within the vessels and lightening the burden of the blood's thickness. This, in turn, doth aid the blood to flow with greater ease, ensuring that thy legs and feet receive the circulation they so require. Yet, the noble walnut doth not cease its wondrous tale. They are also filled with L-arginine, an amino acid that, when transformed within the body, doth give rise to nitric oxide. Lo, nitric oxide, a noble molecule, doth play a most vital role in the realm of vascular health, for it doth aid in the expansion of thy blood vessels, thus fostering a more bounteous flow of life's vital essence. Moreover, the noble walnut doth bestow upon us a multitude of further healthful blessings. They doth possess a wealth of antioxidants, which guard thy cells against the ravages of oxidative harm and the scourge of inflammation. Lo, their fiber content doth soar, a boon to the workings of digestion's art. Moreover, they do serve as a splendid source of magnesium and copper, 2 minerals most vital for the myriad functions of the body. Forsooth, in pursuit of the finest circulation of the sanguine tide, a prudent counsel doth suggest the daily partaking of a modest handful of walnuts. Verily, 'tis near 1/4 to 1/2 cup, or perchance 1 to 2 ounces, as the measure doth suggest. Thou mayest savor them as a light repast, cast them into a salad's embrace, or even blend them into a potion most refreshing. In conclusion, to enhance the flow of life's vital essence, particularly to thine legs and feet, incorporating walnuts into thy repast is truly a most delightful notion. 4. Golden spice of earth, thou art turmeric. Let us enliven our discourse with the next marvel of nature, the resplendent spice of existence, turmeric. Turmeric, that golden root, hath been extolled for its healing virtues through the ages, especially within the ancient art of Ayurvedic healing. The wondrous essence of turmeric doth reside in curcumin, a compound most bioactive, possessing mighty powers against inflammation and the ravages of time, serving as a guardian of health with its antioxidant grace. Yet what dost that portend for thy sanguine flow? Verily, inflammation doth wreak havoc upon thy blood vessels as time doth pass, resulting in a lamentable state of circulation most poor. The wondrous essence of curcumin, with its noble anti-inflammatory virtues, doth aid in the reduction of swelling, thus permitting the sanguine currents to traverse more freely throughout thy corporeal form, encompassing thy legs and feet. Furthermore, curcumin doth assist in the enhancement of the vessels that carry the life-giving blood. A tome of knowledge, unveiled within the pages of the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism, hath revealed that curcumin may indeed augment the dilation of blood vessels and safeguard the health of the heart, thus enhancing the flow of life's vital essence. Beyond the flow of blood, turmeric doth possess a treasure trove of further healthful virtues. The noble essence of curcumin, with its antioxidant virtues, doth strive against the ravages of oxidative stress within the mortal frame, perchance diminishing the peril of chronic afflictions. It may also lend its hand to the art of digestion, elevate the faculties of the mind, and perchance possess virtues against the scourge of cancer. To ensure the finest flow of blood and reap the bounteous health rewards, it is advised to partake of turmeric in the measure of 500 to 2,000 milligrams each day. Yet, lo, a hindrance doth remain. Curcumin finds not easy passage within the vessel of the body. Text, to augment its absorption, partake of it alongside black pepper, which doth harbor piperine, a wondrous substance that doth elevate curcumin's absorption by a staggering 2,000%. Thou canst incorporate turmeric into thy repast in manifold. Thou canst incorporate turmeric into thy repast in manifold fashions, be it in curries, broths, elixirs, or even a brew of turmeric tea. Verily, it may be declared that a sprinkle of this golden spice upon thy repast could well serve as the fabled key to enhancing the flow of life within thy legs and feet. 5. Next upon our scroll of delights are the vibrant and delectable berries. Behold the berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, are not mere confections of sweetness. They dost also bring great boon to the flow of blood's course. The hidden truth doth reside in their abundant store of flavonoids, a noble class of antioxidants, most potent in fostering the well-being of the heart and enhancing the flow of life's vital currents. Flavonoids dost aid in the stirring of nitric oxide's creation, a substance that doth ease the vessels of blood, thus enhancing the flow thereof. This improved flow doth surely bestow its blessings upon every part of the corporeal form, encompassing thy legs and feet as well. Moreover, the humble berry doth possess virtues that reach far beyond the mere realm of circulation. They are laden with the noble antioxidants, which do battle against the ravages of oxidative stress and inflammation, perchance diminishing the peril of chronic afflictions, such as the heart's lament and the dread of cancer. They possess a wealth of fiber, which doth assist in the art of digestion and aids in the governance of one's weight. Moreover, the humble berry does provide a bounteous source of vitamins and minerals, such as the noble vitamin C and the steadfast manganese, which together do fortify the very essence of our health. To ensure the finest flow of life's crimson tide, strive to weave a serving or two of nature's sweet berries into thy daily repast. A portion doth oft equate to a single cup of fresh berries, fair and bounteous. They possess a wondrous adaptability. Thou mayst savor them fresh as a delightful morsel. Incorporate them into thy morning repast of cereal or yogurt. Blend them into a refreshing potion, or employ them in thy baking endeavors. In brief, to thy plate, a vibrant hue of berries dost add, a delectable and healthful means to enhance the flow of life to thy legs and feet. Do not entomb thyself in ignorance, but rather seize the bounteous pleasures of these luscious fruits. 6. Hark! Let us unearth the manifold layers of our next comestible, the lively and piquant orange. Lo! The orange, a fruit of renown, doth boast a bounty of vitamin C, a treasure most esteemed. Yet dost thou know that this vital vitamin doth also serve a most important purpose in fostering the flow of goodly circulation? Verily, vitamin C doth play a vital role in the well-being of thy blood vessels. It doth fortify the capillary walls and avert harm, thus permitting a swift and untrammeled flow of blood to every corner of thy body, including thy legs and feet. Moreover, the orange doth abound in flavonoids, of which a certain kind is known as hesperidin. Studies doth suggest that hesperidin may enhance the function of blood vessels and diminish inflammation, thus furthering the flow of circulation. Yet, the virtues of oranges doth not cease with the flow of blood. The bounteous presence of vitamin C doth splendidly fortify thine immune defenses, safeguarding thy cells from harm, whilst assisting in the noble absorption of iron. Oranges, those golden orbs of nature's bounty, dost offer a bounteous source of fiber, fostering the health of the digestive realm. Moreover, they bestow upon us vital nutrients, such as the noble potassium and the esteemed B vitamins. To garner such bounteous rewards, endeavor to weave one orange into the tapestry of thy daily repast. Verily, thou mayest savor it fresh as a delightful morsel. Yet there exist other delectable manners to incorporate oranges into thy repasts. Partake of them in salads, in smoothies, or even press forth the juice of fresh oranges to savor alongside thy morning repast. In sooth, the orange doth present a delightful blend of sweetness and tang, a veritable boon of vitamin C to enrich thy diet, invigorating thy circulation, and preserving the health of thy legs and feet in splendid condition. Let us lift a chalice of vibrant orange nectar to that noble cause. 7. Lo, let us partake in a delight most savory, one that doth not only please the palate, but also bestows favor upon our circulation. Behold, dark chocolate, that noble delight, wherein lies a richness of flavonols, particularly that which doth possess no less than 70% cocoa. These are compounds of the verdant realm, endowed with the virtues of thwarting the ravages of time and inflammation, capable of urging the delicate lining of thy arteries to summon forth the noble nitric oxide. As we have oft proclaimed, nitric oxide doth play a vital role in the dance of circulation, for it doth relax and expand thy blood vessels, thereby enabling a more bounteous flow of life's essence to all corners of thy being, including thy legs and feet. Besides the boon of fostering wholesome circulation, dark chocolate doth bestow upon us a multitude of other healthful blessings. Its noble bounty of antioxidants doth wage war against the scourge of oxidative stress, perchance diminishing the peril of chronic maladies, such as the affliction of the heart and certain cancers that do lurk in the shadows. Moreover, it doth serve as a splendid reservoir of vital minerals such as iron, magnesium, copper, and manganese, each of which is most essential for the myriad functions of the body. Yet, though dark chocolate doth bear its virtues, temperance is of utmost import, for its caloric bounty is indeed considerable. To reap the finest fruits of health whilst avoiding the excess of calories, it is wise to confine one's indulgence in dark chocolate to a modest measure of but 1 to 2 ounces each day. Thou mayest savor it as a delightful indulgence unto itself, or weave it into a tapestry of diverse concoctions, from refreshing elixirs to sweetened delights. In conclusion, dark chocolate doth stand as testament that victuals beneficial to our well-being may also bring joy to our palates. Thus, let us raise a toast to the daily indulgence of a modest morsel of dark chocolate, which doth keep our blood in merry motion and our palates in joyous delight. 8. Hark! Let us now delve into a verdant leaf, one which even the valiant Popeye did extol. 'Tis none other than spinach. Behold, the humble spinach, brimming with nitrates, those wondrous compounds which the body doth transform into the noble nitric oxide. As we have previously spoken, nitric oxide doth hold a vital part in the expansion of blood vessels, permitting the sanguine currents to traverse more freely to all regions of the corporeal form, including thy legs and feet. Lo, this be the reason why spinach doth serve as a wondrous sustenance for the enhancement of fair circulation. Yet, the virtues of spinach doth not cease in their bounty of healthful gifts. It doth abound in vitamins A, C, and K, alongside minerals like magnesium and iron, each playing a part in the grand tapestry of health. Lo, spinach doth abound with antioxidants, those noble warriors that do battle against the scourge of oxidative stress and the flames of inflammation within the mortal frame. And let us not overlook that it doth serve as a splendid source of fiber, assisting in the art of digestion and the management of one's weight. To ensure the finest flow of life's vital essence, 'tis wise to partake of at least 1 serving of spinach each day within thy repast. A portion most fit for consumption doth measure near a cup of spinach, cooked to tender perfection, or perchance 2 cups of its raw, verdant form. Thou canst partake of spinach in manifold manners. Add it to thy salads, sauté it as a delightful side, blend it into thy smoothie, or weave it into soups and stews. Whether thou dost favor it withered, uncooked, or blended in a potion, spinach doth serve as a most splendid verdant addition to thy repast, enhancing the flow of life through thy limbs and feet. 9. Ginger. Let us stoke the flames of culinary delight with our forthcoming dish. Ginger, a root of ancient lore, hath been employed through the ages in manifold manners within the realms of traditional and alternative healing arts. Among its most notable virtues doth lie the power to enhance the flow of life's vital essence through the veins. Ginger doth harbor within its roots a compound known as gingerol, which bestows upon it virtues of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant nature. These noble properties doth aid in the abatement of inflammation within thy blood vessels, thus fostering a more harmonious flow of life's essence throughout thy corporeal form. Moreover, ginger doth possess the power to thwart the formation of blood clots, rendering platelets less inclined to adhere. This effect doth further enhance the flow of circulation most splendidly. Yet the virtues of ginger doth not cease with the circulation of blood. It is renowned for its mighty powers to quell the tempest of nausea, oft employed to bring solace to a troubled belly, or to ease the woes of morning sickness and the afflictions of the sea. Furthermore, ginger doth assist in the art of digestion, alleviate discomfort and swelling, and perchance lower the levels of blood sugar and cholesterol. In matters of the root of ginger, to enhance the flow of sanguine tides, let it be known that the addition of but 1 or 2 grams to thy daily repast may bestow upon thee considerable healthful boons. Thou canst partake of ginger in manifold fashions, fresh, dried, powdered, or as a juice or oil, each form a delight to the senses. It is a favored element in numerous culinary creations, and thou may also partake of it as a comforting chalice of ginger tea. Thus, behold the matter laid bare before thee. Ginger, with its piquant zest and comforting warmth, doth not merely grace thy dishes with flavor divine, but also serves as a wondrous sustenance to enhance the flow of life through thy legs and feet. Verily, it is as the wise do proclaim, that from modest vessels doth the finest treasures oft arise. 10. Next upon our list doth lie a fare that mayst astonish thee, celery. Celery, a verdant and wholesome vegetable, doth possess the power to enhance the flow of blood within our veins. This doth arise chiefly from its abundant store of nitrates, akin to that of spinach. These nitrates doth transform into nitric oxide within thy body, which doth aid in the widening of thy blood vessels. Moreover, within the verdant stalks of celery lies a singular compound, known as 3N-butylphthalide, or in simpler terms, NBP. Lo, NBP hath been revealed to aid in the lowering of blood's fierce pressure, by soothing the very tissues of the arteries' walls, thus crafting ample space and permitting the sanguine stream to flow unimpeded. In addition to fostering the flow of vital humors, celery doth present a multitude of other healthful virtues. It is replete with vitamins and minerals, among which doth shine vitamin K, a vital essence for the clotting of blood and the fortitude of bones. Celery, thou art a treasure rich in antioxidants, safeguarding thy cells from the ravages of harm, whilst thy bounteous fiber doth assist in the noble arts of digestion and the management of weight. To ensure the finest circulation of thy blood, strive to weave into thy daily repast 4 to 5 stalks of celery, medium in stature. This may be accomplished by diverse methods, be it the incorporation of celery within thy salads, stir-fries, or soups, or perchance relishing it as a snack accompanied by thine favored dip. In sooth, celery doth present itself as a crisp and invigorating vegetable, which not only bestows a delightful crunch upon thy repasts, but also doth aid in the betterment of blood's course to thine legs and feet. Let not thine eyes dismiss this modest vegetable, for it doth stand as a true champion in the realm of healthful fare. 11. Lo, pomegranates. Let us now embark upon our next culinary delight, the fruit that doth resemble precious jewels. Pomegranates, with their ruby seeds, dost brim with polyphenol antioxidants, bestowing upon the heart manifold benefits, including the enhancement of blood's gentle flow. These noble antioxidants does shield the tender lining of the vessels sanguine, allowing them to relax and expand, thereby enhancing the flow of life's essence to every corner of thy being. Moreover, the pomegranate, that jewel of the orchard, doth possess the power to temper the tempest of blood's ascent, and to diminish the foul gathering of plaque within the arteries, thus enhancing the flow of life's vital essence. Yet, the virtues of pomegranates doth not cease at that point. Besides the boon of circulation they dost enhance, they are renowned for their potent properties that quell inflammation, and they do also hinder the relentless march of time, sharpen the mind's memory, combat the vile cells of cancer, and elevate the prowess of one's physical endeavors. To ensure the finest flow of crimson life, 'tis advised to partake of a measure of pomegranate seeds, roughly a cup, or to quench thy thirst with 8 ounces of the juice each day. Thou mayst relish the seeds in their natural state, cast them into thy salads, sprinkle them upon thy yogurt, or even blend them into thy smoothies. Why not, then, infuse thy repast with the radiant allure of pomegranates? With wondrous health benefits, they are not merely a banquet for thine eyes, but also a blessing for thy circulation, particularly to thy legs and feet. Verily, it may be declared that pomegranates dost indeed stand as the regal gems of the realm of fruits. 12th. Lo. We conclude our enumeration with a vegetable most difficult to surpass, the noble beetroot, or, as it is oft called, beets. Beets, those humble roots, dost abound with dietary nitrates, which thy body doth transform into the noble nitric oxide. As we have oft conversed, nitric oxide doth play a most crucial part in the expansion and gentle easing of thy blood vessels, thus permitting a more bounteous flow of life's essence to all regions of thy form, including thy legs and feet. Furthermore, the humble beet hath been the subject of inquiry for its power to diminish the pressure of the blood. In a certain study, the participants did witness a notable decline in their blood pressure, mere hours after partaking of the juice of the beetroot. This decline in the pressure of one's lifeblood doth also foster a more harmonious flow of circulation. Beyond their bounteous circulation gifts, beets dost also brim with vital vitamins and minerals, such as potassium, the noble vitamin C, and iron's steadfast embrace. They dost possess a wealth of antioxidants, which may aid in the battle against inflammation and the ravages of oxidative stress. Moreover, the abundant fibers found within the humble beet doth lend aid to the well-being of one's digestion. To enhance the flow of life's crimson tide, it is advised to partake of 1 to 2 cups of cooked beets or the nectar of beetroot each week in thy repast. Thou mayst delight in beets, whether in salads fair, in broths warm, or as a nectarous juice. Take heed, for the preparation of beets doth diminish their nitrate essence. Thus, it is wise to steam or roast them, that their noble nutritional virtues may endure. In sooth, whether thou dost cherish them for their rich, earthen taste or their lively hue, beets stand as a veritable trove of nourishment, capable of enhancing the flow of blood to thy legs and feet. Verily, that be a root cause most deserving of our steadfast support. Lo, and thus it is revealed. We have traversed the realm of nourishment, uncovering 12 esteemed victuals that may enhance the flow of life's essence to thy legs and feet, from the bounteous omega-3 laden fish of the sea to the vibrant beets rich in nitrates. Recall, these victuals are but threads in the grand tapestry of thine holistic health odyssey. Though these victuals bear great merit, they do but enhance a well-rounded repast, diligent exertion, and the customary scrutiny of one's health. Thus, continue thy quest for a more wholesome self, one repast at a time. Pray, share with us thy cherished recipes that employ these ingredients in the comments below. If this humble video hath brought thee aid, I beseech thee to bestow upon it a thumbs up, and share it with those dear to thy heart. Pray, do not let thy memory falter. Subscribe and strike the bell of notification, that thou mayest not miss our forthcoming visual delight. Until that time, I raise a toast to thy well-being. Gratitude I extend for thy attentive ear. And until our paths cross again, fare thee well.